What's up, everyone? Welcome to Ashley Talks Movies, and welcome to my review of The Running Man. This is the latest from director Edgar Wright, and although it has the same name, this version is not a remake of the 1987 movie that starred Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it is an adaptation of the Stephen King novel. Glen Powell stars as Ben Richards, a down-on-his-luck family man who can't afford medicine for his sick child. As a last resort, he signs up to compete on The Running Man, a game show where contestants must survive 30 days while being hunted by professional assassins. With the clock ticking, Ben must use his instincts to survive and earn money that could mean a better life for his family. Before I jump into the review, if you would like to support the channel, there are a couple of ways you can do that. Make sure you subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Also, join the discussion, jump into the comments and share your thoughts about the review and the movie.
People on these games never come back.
We have no choice. We need money for a doctor now.
Welcome to The Running Man.
Contestants will be hunted for 30 days. Anyone can kill you.
Glen Powell has been popping up in supporting roles in a number of notable movies over the past few years, but here he proves he has what it takes to be an action star. Powell is one of the movie's bright spots, and he brings so much charm to the role. He's great at playing the everyman character that the audience can root for, but he also can meet the physical demands of the role and is totally believable in the stunts and the fight scenes. Other standouts include Josh Brolin as Dan Killian, the owner of the Running Man competition, and Coleman Domingo as the host of the show. Brolin is so good at playing those smarmy kind of guys, and that's exactly who Killian is. This is a guy that is always trying to fool everyone around him while he's wearing this big fake smile on his face. Meanwhile, Domingo taps into his natural charisma to play Bobby, the host of the show, who has to basically sell all the nonsense and the lies to the audience. And he certainly knows how to deliver all the over-the-top spectacle that's needed for the game that he's hosting. Now, this is an action movie, and thankfully the action here is really good. It has this high-octane, adrenaline rush kind of feel to it. What I liked about the action is that so much of the stunts looked practical, and it didn't feel like the movie was relying so heavily on CGI. Also, this movie has some really solid camera work that I thought really enhanced the action. There are scenes where the camera follows Ben in and out of rooms, and there are scenes that are shown from all these different camera angles. Also, this movie just looks good, and you get some really cool set pieces that bring this dystopian world to life. Speaking of dystopian worlds, this movie is set in a futuristic dystopian United States where a small portion of the population control all the wealth and the power, while the rest of the citizens basically can't afford basic needs. So yes, this movie includes plenty of social commentary, and all of it felt really relevant, maybe too relevant. Although I will say I never felt that the commentary was too heavy-handed in what it was trying to say. It's just that there was a lot of it incorporated into the movie. The Running Man has its fair share of flaws. We'll start with the pacing. I had a really good time with this movie, but there were times where it started to drag. This movie starts off strong and keeps a pretty steady momentum for most of its runtime, but there are times where you feel the movie was trying to stuff too many things into it. And when it shifts its focus and tries to cram those other things in, that's when the movie starts to drag and it really starts to weigh the story down. Also, the movie is just tonally all over the place and it isn't able to balance the drama, action, and comedy well. You get good dramatic moments, you get some great action, and there's some really funny moments here too, although not all the humor works. But the movie isn't able to mix those things together. So you get moments with misplaced humor or scenes where the dramatic moments are undercut. I'm not going to compare this movie to the 1987 movie because it's not a remake, but if you are a fan of that original movie, there are some nice callbacks to it in this one. I enjoyed The Running Man, and I said this in my out of the theater reaction, that this movie ended up being better than I expected, and I had a lot of fun with it. It's a solid action movie with a very interesting story and a great leading man performance by Glen Powell. So those are my thoughts on The Running Man, which is out in theaters this week. Do you plan on seeing it? Have you seen the original The Running Man or even read the book? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate that. So that does it for me, everyone. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.